Ever wondered how the simple yet magical candles are created? Today we unravel the mystique behind candle making. From the flickering flame of a single taper to a cluster of scented votives, candles are a staple in our daily lives. They illuminate our darkest nights, infuse our spaces with delightful fragrances, and set the mood for our most cherished moments. But have you ever paused to consider the artistry and craftsmanship that goes into creating these small wonders? The world of candle making is a fascinating realm where creativity meets chemistry. It's a place where raw materials like wax, wick, and fragrance are skillfully blended to create a product that not only lights up a room, but also ignites emotions. Whether it's the soothing scent of lavender wafting through your home or the warm glow of a dinner candle, each piece is a testament to the art of candle making. Candle making, like any craft, begins with gathering the essential materials. The primary ingredient is, of course, wax. While there are several types of wax to choose from, each with its own unique properties, the most commonly used are paraffin, soy, and beeswax. The choice of wax significantly influences the burn time, scent throw, and appearance of the finished product. Next up is the wick, the lifeline of the candle. The wick size, material, and coating play a crucial role in how the candle burns. Wicks are typically made of cotton, paper, or wood, each offering a different burn experience. And let's not forget about the scent. Fragrance or essential oils are what turn ordinary candles into extraordinary sensory experiences. From the invigorating aroma of citrus to the comforting scent of vanilla, the possibilities are endless. Lastly, the process involves careful melting of the wax, preparing the mold and wick, and adding the finishing touches. Each step is a labor of love, requiring patience, precision, and a keen eye for detail. Stay tuned as we dive into the step-by-step process of creating your very own candle. Before we immerse ourselves in the candle-making process, we need to gather our tools and materials. Our first and most essential ingredient is wax. There are different types of wax to choose from, each with its unique characteristics. We've got paraffin, soy, beeswax, and many more. Next up is the wick. The wick's size and material will influence how your candle burns, so choose wisely. We also need a mold. This will define the shape of our candle. You can be as creative as you want here, from simple cylinders to intricate designs. Then we have the dye. This will give our candle its colour. You can stick with a classic white or explore a rainbow of options. Last but not least, we have the fragrance. This is where you can really personalise your candle. From fresh linen to cinnamon spice, the choice is yours. Now that we have everything ready, it's time to embark on our candle-making journey. Our first step in this creative process is melting the wax. The art of melting wax is a delicate dance, a beautiful ballet of heat and patience. It's here where we lay the groundwork for our candle's character, its soul. It's more than just liquefying a solid substance, it's an exercise in precision and mindfulness. Safety, of course, is paramount. Always remember to use a double boiler to melt your wax. This method ensures that the wax doesn't come into direct contact with the heat source, reducing the risk of overheating. Overheating can not only ruin your wax, but also potentially cause a fire. So please, always err on the side of caution. Now let's talk about temperature. It's not just about turning the heat up and waiting for the magic to happen. Different types of wax have different melting points. For instance, soy wax generally melts at around 130 to 150 degrees Fahrenheit, while paraffin wax usually melts at a slightly higher temperature, between 120 and 150 degrees Fahrenheit. It's important to know your wax and its unique properties. A good quality thermometer is your best friend here. It will help you maintain a steady temperature, ensuring the wax melts evenly without overheating. Remember, we're not just melting wax, we're coaxing it into a liquid state, urging it to release its potential. Once the wax reaches its ideal temperature, it transforms into a clear liquid, like a serene lake under the midday sun. It's a mesmerizing sight, a testament to the transformative power of heat and patience. This process, while seemingly simple, is critical. It sets the stage for all the steps that follow. A well-melted wax is like a blank canvas, ready to be imbued with color, scent, and personality. It's an invitation to creativity, a call to craft. With our wax melted to perfection, we're ready to move on to the next step. Now, let's infuse our candles with a captivating aroma. The process is quite simple, yet requires an attentive nose and a deft touch. First, we introduce our chosen fragrance to the already melted wax. This could be anything from essential oils to specially formulated candle scents. What's crucial here is the timing. The scent must be added when the wax is at the right temperature. Too hot, and the fragrance may evaporate; too cool, and it may not mix well. Next comes the art of balance. A scant few drops might leave your candle lacking in aroma, while an overzealous pour could result in an overpowering scent. The key is to add just enough to achieve a harmonious blend that fills the room without overwhelming the senses. Remember, the goal is a scent that enhances the ambience, not one that dominates it. Our scented wax is now ready for the next stage of our candle making journey. With our scented wax ready, it's time to prepare our mold and wick. The mold and the wick are two vital components in candle making. The mold gives the candle its shape, and the wick is the heart of the candle, the part that burns and releases the fragrance. So, let's dive right into it. First, you'll want to select the right mold for your candle. There are countless types of molds out there, from simple cylindrical ones to intricate shapes. You could even use everyday items like mason jars or teacups for a more personalized touch. Once you've chosen your mold, it's important to ensure it's clean and dry. Any dirt or moisture can interfere with the wax adherence and the overall finish of the candle. Now, let's move on to the wick. The wick is crucial for a well-performing candle. It's not just a piece of string, it's the fuel carrier for the candle. The size of the wick you choose will depend on the diameter of your mold. As a general rule, the wider the candle, the thicker the wick needs to be. Securing the wick in the center of the mold can be a bit tricky, but it's crucial for an evenly burning candle. You can use a wick centering device or even a pencil to keep the wick in place. Simply thread the wick through the device or wrap it around the pencil and rest it on top of the mold. This will keep the wick straight and centered while the wax is poured and solidifies. Once your wick is secured, you might want to consider using a wick sustainer or a wick tab. These handy little devices sit at the base of your wick and not only keep it upright in the melted wax, but also prevent the wick from burning right down to the bottom of your candle, ensuring a longer burn time. Our mold and wick are set up, and we're ready for the final step in our candle making process. Our final step is pouring the wax into the mold and adding the finishing touches. Now, we've arrived at the moment of truth. It's time to pour the wax. This step is a delicate dance between patience and precision. Begin by slowly and carefully pouring the melted wax into your prepared mold. Leave a small amount of wax in the melting pot for the final touch-up. As you pour, keep a steady hand and a watchful eye to avoid spillage or splashing. Once the mold is filled, you'll need to let nature take its course. Allow the wax to cool and harden. This process can take several hours, so patience is vital. It's like watching paint dry, but the end result is so much more rewarding. While the wax is cooling, it's a perfect time to ensure your wick is perfectly centered. This small detail can make a world of difference to the burning quality of your candle. If needed, use a pencil or a chopstick to adjust the wick's position gently. As the wax begins to solidify, you might notice a slight dip or depression forming around the wick. This is completely normal and is caused by the wax shrinking as it cools. But fret not, we've saved a bit of wax for this very reason. Reheat the remaining wax and carefully top up the candle to create a smooth, even surface. Once the wax has fully hardened, it's time to trim the wick. Using a pair of sharp scissors, cut the wick down to about 1/4 inch. This length is ideal for a clean, even burn. And the final flourish, give your candle a gentle buff with a soft cloth. This will enhance its shine and give it that professional, store-bought look. And there you have it, a beautifully crafted, handmade candle, made right in the comfort of your own home. Let's quickly recap the steps we've covered in our candle-making journey today. We began by gathering all the essential materials, then we carefully melted the wax, blending in our preferred scent. Next, we prepared the mold and wick, ensuring they were just right. Finally, we poured the wax and added our unique final touches. What a delightful process it's been. Thank you for joining us on this enlightening journey. Until next time, keep shining bright.